south, right?
Yeah.
Hi guys, this is Matthias, and with this video I'd like to highlight the two biggest problems that I see with H1Z1 as of now. The number one problem is, of course, as most people will agree with, cheaters. The second problem, in my opinion, is the extremely poor performance that this game has, and has had for quite a long time. You also have to keep in mind that there are two different game modes in H1Z1, one being survival, which you see here, the other one is Battle Royale. Now for the ones of you who only play Battle Royale, I can assure you none of these problems are even close to as severe in Battle Royale as it is in survival. Now when it comes to cheaters, comparing the two game modes, it's not about the amount of cheaters that is the problem, it's about the effect it has on the actual game. Being killed by a cheater in Battle Royale, yeah, it sucks just like in any game, but it doesn't even begin to compare to what you lose in survival. So now the other problem though, the problem with performance, is mainly in survival a problem due to all the bases. And because of that, the source of the problem is a combination of things. The poor optimization of the game, which probably isn't much of a surprise being that the game is in early access, and the fact that these bases are built by the players. You kept going south, or?
No, either they were coming at me or north.
Right.
And then...
I'll go search them, I don't have anything.
Yeah.
Kill one.
Where?
Hey, all the way down by the White House.
Further south?
Yeah,
Yeah.
one more.
Yeah. He's jumping.
Now I do have the FPS counter active in Steam, but it's very unclear on a YouTube video such as this. During the recording of this video, here in Lone Pine Development, I have around 50. Maybe you can see it up in the top right corner. Now right after server wipe, and if I play Battle Royale, I have a lot better performance in this area. But as bad as 50 frames per second is, this is actually not all that bad for being H1Z1. Now this footage is recorded maybe about an hour later. Now my frames per second has dropped to around 25. This is in Pleasant Valley, and there are of course reasons why the performance is worse here than on other areas of the map. However, right after the server wipe, when I started playing in this area, my performance were somewhere between 70 and 90. It dropped a bit here and there, but for the most part it was perfectly acceptable, especially for an alpha game.
Fuck off, man. A fucking knife, you piece of shit. Someone wants backpack?
Yeah,
I need one.
Let's go. So.
Get the fucking life, you piece of shit. Yeah, we're going to police station, right?
Yeah.
Of course, in a video made about performance, there's a lot of players who's going to ask, what hardware am I using? And I'm going to leave that information in the description. Now, there are a lot of things that you can do in order to increase your performance, and almost all of that is related to the user options INI file, and I will put a few links about that in the description as well. But unfortunately, as a player, you can only do so much. And here I'm really hoping that the Daybreak Game Company starts realizing the seriousness of this problem, and that they don't repeat the mistake that they made with Planetside 2, where they ignored this problem for far too long, something that made them lose a lot of players. I sometimes have below 20 frames per second. I'll restart my client.
It didn't help for me.
Oh, okay.
I had 10 FPS before I restarted my client.
Did it help to restart?
A little bit, but not too much.
Yeah. So now for the ones of you who don't know, Planetside 2 was released in November of 2012. The company publishing it, Daybreak Game Company, was at the time called Sony Online Entertainment, of course owned by Sony. But as much as it's a new company now, as much as this is a new game, and this is several years later, I see a lot of the same problems just repeating itself over and over and over again. Now, when the developers finally decided to actually increase the performance, they made a big statement about it, and actually this happened several times. There has been a few major performance updates in Planetside 2, and even though there was quite a number of problems with some of these updates, for the most part the performance became a lot better. Like, there was a massive difference. And one of the things that I also appreciated a lot with these updates was that when they announced them, they also explained quite well what they were actually doing and what the problems were and how they were going to fix it. Well, it was quite interesting to see the result once they rolled out those patches. And for players like myself who have at least some interest in these sort of things, it was quite nice to hear some of the technical explanations behind it. But the thing is also this. During these kinds of discussions, you always come across the arguments that, hey, it's alpha, it's early access, what do you expect? And what I want to say to this is that, well, we've been testing this game for almost a year now. We are reporting these problems over and over and over again. What's the point with pointing this out if this is being neglected? At the same time, as we are testing this game, over and over and over, we see new skins being released from the game developers. And I'm asking myself, how many skins do we need to test in an alpha game? Now, to some people, this might seem unrelated, but whatever resources Daybreak is putting into making skins, these are resources that are not put in other areas, such as, for example, performance and improving the anti-cheat system.
Let's go.
So now, to be honest, I doubt that the people that are making skins and designing these skins have the knowledge required to improve the performance or to work on an anti-cheat system. I don't know. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But Daybreak Game Company is a company, and any company is limited to a certain budget when it comes to how much money they can spend, and partly that means how many people they can have working on the game. This means that they have to choose. Any developer working on skins is a developer not working on things that, in my opinion, is more important, at least as it is right now. Now, I do understand how negative this can sound. I can understand that people might feel that the work they put in is not appreciated or good enough. That is not what I mean. I think a lot of the skins are extremely impressive, actually. A lot of them are funny, they really spice up the game, and I appreciate them just as much as the next person. However, right now, there are other things that are more important, and it has been for quite a while. Now, I believe that the way the game is right now, there needs a few more limitations to where you can put bases. Maybe one deck foundation or one ground temper should block the possibility to set up another one next to it. That's probably not the best solution, and that definitely is not optimization, but I think that is at least a temporary solution that this game actually does need. So now when it comes to the performance and the optimization, a lot of people might be asking themselves now, well, since they fixed it in Planetside 2, can't they just copy and paste, so to speak, and just do the same thing in H1Z1? I mean, they've already solved the problem, right? They can just do the same thing here, it's the same game engine and all that. But the thing is that with Planetside 2 is that the things that caused a lot of performance issues was basically just players. An area like, let's say, this parking lot around Romero's where I'm at right now could easily have like 150 plus players. Aside from that, you also had a lot of vehicles. Now, H1Z1 doesn't have nearly as many players in the same area, yet the performance is a lot worse. Obviously, fixing the performance in H1Z1 is quite different, but I believe that they can. I honestly believe I would never continue playing this game if I didn't believe that they could fix the performance in this game. They just have to decide to prioritize it. I'm pretty sure that they actually will. I'm pretty sure it's actually there in their plans. The question is, when? Now, even though I'm sure that a lot of players share my frustration over performance, a lot of players are much more frustrated over cheaters. And yes, we see the ban messages pop up, and for the most part, I think most players get some kind of a feeling of satisfaction seeing yet even another player get banned, but in the end, I think most of us already know that they will just come back. Another name, maybe another account, I don't know how they do it, but it almost seems like the only people that stay banned are the ones that were wrongfully banned, because if you are not cheating, then obviously you are not in any way prepared for being banned, and the only legit thing you can do is to contact Daybreak with a ticket, while the actual cheaters seems to have a lot of other ways around it. So, after leaving Pleasant Valley, my performance went up quite a bit, and as much as this is nice to see, it would be even better if the performance could stay at least above 60 frames per second, no matter where you are on the map. Anyway, we're getting close to the end of the video, and I want to thank you all for watching.
Car.
Where?
Where is it going to Pleasant?
What the hell? I'm dead. Oh, there's more on there.
Oh shit!
Whoa! What?
AK.
Insta killed us all with the AK.
What, Hickey killed us? Did Hickey kill us?
Do you know?
No, it was a AK. One guy with AK.
Oh, did
Oh,
he kill all of you?
Yeah.
What? All of you?
Yep.
Oh, so it was a cheater?
Most likely. He fucking hit on all the bullets. Or what do you think, Shrek?
I don't know.
Fucking jumped out and insta-killed all of us. probably a cheater. He fucking sprayed with the AK on all of us. How did you die, Tommy?
I got headshot.
Yeah. That's
From
it's
the
a cheater. Yeah, it's a cheater. Yeah, he killed me too.
Yeah. Right back.
Let's see if I can get his name. Zio. Z-O. Oh wait, there's more than one. EMPX Mazgil something. Yeah, I'm